This is the toughest prison in the world. It all began in March 2022, here in El Salvador. Over the course of a weekend, 87 people were shot dead by gangs. In response, the country's president, Nayib Bukele, took a radical decision. He declared a state of emergency, giving the authorities the right to make arrests without warrants and conduct summary trials with judges required to wear masks to avoid retaliation. As a result, within a month, 0.5% of the male population was sent to prison, including the nation's most dangerous criminals, like hired killers, some of whom were sentenced to 700 years in prison while others were arrested for a simple suspicious tattoo. Faced with this prison overcrowding, Nayib Bukele took decisive action. He announced the creation of CICOT, the Terrorism Containment Center, a 166-hectare mega prison capable of holding 40,000 inmates and where security is extreme. Electrified barbed wire at 15,000 volts, armed patrols, watchtowers, total surveillance. As you can imagine, any attempt to escape is impossible. Inside there are 80 inmates per cell, sleeping on metal beds without mattresses, stacked up to the ceiling with artificial lighting on 24 hours a day. They are not allowed any visits, phone calls, or contact with the outside world. The prisoners are reduced to ghosts, cut off from the rest of the world until the end of their days, because no one ever comes out of CICOT. Prisoners are fed a strict diet of beans and rice, which they must eat with their hands as cutlery is obviously forbidden. They wash in stone basins in full view of everyone and relieve themselves in communal toilets with no partition. Their only time outside is 30 minutes a day in an interior corridor with their hands and feet chained under the supervision of 600 soldiers and 250 hooded police officers armed with rifles. NGOs are adamant. Torture, disappearances, and systematic violence are part of these prisoners' daily lives. According to Amnesty International, at least 300 detainees have died in suspicious circumstances. Some even speak of disguised executions. One thing is certain, people are not sent here to be rehabilitated but to be erased. The director of the CICOT admits they are murderers, sociopaths. The best thing is that they never leave here. The problem is that of the 83,000 people arrested, nearly 30,000 are believed to be innocent. Young people and fathers are imprisoned on mere suspicion. Amnesty International and Human Rights Watch have warned of massive violations of fundamental rights, torture, total isolation, and detention without trial. As a result, 8,000 people have been released since then. Despite the criticism, Bukele is resolute and the people applaud him. Why? Well, because murders have fallen by 98%, from 6,656 in 2015 to 114 in 2024. In a country once plagued by the fear of gangs, many see Bukele as a hero. The families of victims applaud a crackdown that, for the first time, gives the impression that the state is in control of the situation. The country's inhabitants say they can now access neighborhoods that were previously impenetrable, even at night, something that has not happened for several years. Internationally, CICOT has won over supporters, with Donald Trump sending 200 Venezuelan prisoners suspected of belonging to the Tren de Aragua gangs to El Salvador in March 2025. The Salvadoran prison has become a showcase for zero tolerance, praised by some and hated by others.